Hey, hello. This is Rewind Wednesday, and this is Dan, and Calm will be right there. But we did it. We launched. Today will is a day that will live in infamy. I was gonna joke about being the president, my fellow Americans. No, yeah, no, we're been a crazy 24 hours since launching. Those who don't know, we released, well, not released, launched CDs and cassettes, grading, and soon to be vinyl, and been hard at work since crack of dawn. So, yeah, no, you could submit your CDs and cassettes. It's really exciting, and feel free to comment as we go. I can now see the comments, which I usually can't. So, feel free to jump in and you know. Oh, the beard. Yeah, the beard's gone. It's finally I figured because we launched, I was allowed to show that I am human underneath, and I look like a child, which is okay. But yeah, that was my kid would always get really mad about me getting haircuts, so that's why I didn't get one for a long time with the beard. And well, she wouldn't recognize me, so I'd be in the house and I'd come around the corner and be like, "Hey," and she'd be all happy to see me, and she'd see my face and just shriek, and it was like the worst feeling in the world. So, um, but yeah, so it finally it's gone. It's to launch the new beginning of Rewind Music. So, um, yeah, submit your cassettes and CDs now. We got you covered. 35 for 30. That's happening. 35 bucks for 30 business days. And yeah, the good thing is there's no limit to that. And, it's something I believe as a collector, being able to spend three items for just nearly 100 bucks is a deal. I know I've graded stuff that cost a few $100s for one submission, so we never want too much hurdle for people to join the hobby. It's to be able to have people be able to spend pretty much what lunch sometimes cost to get something graded. And there's a lot of work that goes into in each individual piece. That's where Callum is right now working. He will be here today, so don't worry. The Scotsman will be here live. So he's just finished up some work, and we're gonna show off some encapsulations. There's a new label. That's something I'm really excited to show you guys and girls, because it's something we've been working on, trying to perfect. And with the launch of music, we made this new label, and it will also be for VHS as well. And this label, finally, I feel like the VHS and the um, oh, one sec, I apologize. Yeah, that's fine. I finally feel like the encapsulation, the label, feel on the same page. It's the encapsulation is always felt. Let me grab it real quick. Boom. The encapsulation's always felt top top of its game. Like, I really do think it's a piece of art, and the label hasn't. But here I could show you. This is the new label. What do you guys think about that? It's flush with the thing. It's not in a cavity anymore. So, um, yeah, there you go. This is, yeah, the future. Maybe is it the present? I don't know, but yeah, you see the new label. It's has a slight metallic look. It's crisp. Now, not with me zooming right now, but yeah, it's something we're working really hard on. And we all this is custom. We have to. This was all built in house. I'm really excited that this is finally here. And um, this one is an early one. This won't say early press later on, but you'll have the variant information up on top. And then you have the catalog, the release year. We had a tough choice. I always want to be careful about putting dates on the front label. I think that's important. If you're going to put a date there, it should be something that is relevant and very clear stated. The thing is, we decided to put the release date of the album, Now that doesn't mean what the cassette here is, but it's the exact name. We actually put it down to like this one, is actually has to be fixed. But it's important that people can be able to see when it came out, and so you can see how long ago it's been with the album. And on the back again, we have greater details. Like this one says hype sticker, what's my age again, and then it has fun details as the earliest pressings of this had a capital B on her badge. We've talked about that before here. And also, there's a red cross on her hat. Later, they remove it. And yeah, it's 1999. I know this was a pivotal part of my childhood. I don't know anyone that didn't know, who didn't watch MTV with, all the small things and What's My Age Again and Adam's Song, I believe it's called. It really was, at least for me, a big part of childhood. But yeah, if you have any questions so far about the cassette, grading, feel free to ask. The new label, again, I'm stoked about. That looks so freaking amazing. See that metallic look? The label now has actually a higher DPI than we had even before. We no expense was left off because want to make sure that this is dope, and I think we're there, and I think it's the very beginning of something really great. Any questions? Still feel free to ask. Has there been anything else? Tracy, I'm gonna need your help because without Callum here, I feel naked in front of this camera, and I feel like a child without my beard. I don't have my hoodie and my hat, so.
The parents are just over here watching.
Yeah, Callum's probably right around the corner, making fun of me, making faces. But no, it's exciting to finally be here. I'm really excited for the whole team. It's I know that they've worked very hard. Came in early and stuff to make sure. Behind the scenes, there's just been a lot of work from. We have a lot of stuff coming out this week that it'll be exciting for you to see. There's going to be an article by a good friend of ours company. They're releasing some stuff. Rally yesterday put out a tweet about us. Comics and Crypto were participating in their contest with 22 other companies, so that'll be exciting. Yeah, sure. We got another one. They're just getting done by the moment. They're just coming in. They're coming off the. Look how beautiful that is. If you're watching, you know who you are. This is your tape. Oh, gotcha. That was.
Only single cassette. Someone said only single cassettes.
Doubles we're waiting until we hit the encapsulations. We have to specifically make these out of a mold. So right now it's not doubles, but you can submit singles. This is a jewel case full length album. But the thinner singles we do have specific blisters for, so we do accept those. With CDs, we do take doubles and singles, but for cassettes, we don't have a case for double yet. As much as I'd like to, because there's some great albums. Smashing Pumpkins, the Melancholy album, the Tupac, All Eyes on Me. It is like we will get there. So. It's really exciting to finally, be able to show you guys some of this. And again, the new label, I'm just going to keep showing that off over and over today. And with some surprises, like if you get 5 stars, something's going to happen. We did switch the side just to have the grade only. Like I said, it has a QR. And then the back kind of got split between graders, details, and facts of the album. On the graded notes on this one, it's copyright 2002. We like to write the nearest copyright year, so you have a closer idea of like, hey, if this album came out in 2002 and I had a 2015 copyright, you kind of know as a reissue. We will be putting reissue and represses on the front, so that's exciting. This one's really exciting. This is a cool one because it has the all new songs hype sticker, and that'll be in the grader notes typically. And facts for this one: Lose Yourself was the first rap song to win the Academy Award for Best Original Song. Also, in the movie, the sheet of paper that Jimmy writes on the bus is the real sheet that Eminem wrote Lose Yourself on. Now, if someone has a piece of paper, it's probably very valuable. please turn it into Rewind Grading at
I
um
think it was sold for 10 grand.
it
I
was
think it was auctioned off for
10. That's it. I would think it'd be more, I'd pay a lot more than 10 grand for that. That'd be, I'm sure a lot of people here would pay more than 10 grand the original lyrics for that. Whoever bought it, call me. It would be good. But no, it's really exciting. You know, it's again, it's a huge step forward. We have partners that'll be having these on their auction houses shortly. There's a lot of big names that we've been working with to, again, this is just day two, I guess. We were going to do this yesterday, but there's just been so much work to do that we're scrambling the last second just to jump on. That's why Callum's, on a beach in Hawaii, just sunbathing or something. I don't know, but no, he's downstairs working hard, so he'll be up here in a minute. But yeah, anything I'm missing so far?
Let's see. We have Quinn says congrats on the launch.
Thank you, Gwen. Much appreciated.
We have VHS Showtime that said, just hopped on. Who is this guy?
This is Danny's Danny's evil twin. What happened? Oh, I see.
We do have some cool tapes though.
Yeah, we have some amazing cassettes that we're getting in. And again, we'll probably open up double. I don't want to say near term, but it's on the docket. With right now the cassettes and CDs launched yesterday. Next thing is the vinyl is in production and is getting there. It's a few tweaks in manufacturing. We want to make sure everything from the flow lines to how they snap together, it's just perfect. I mean, that's the thing with like something like this in the case of manufacturing. Like, our blisters, we are so specific that there's no movement for the most part, and that if you get movement, you get scuffing, and that's where like having a blister is really important in here, because the item doesn't rub against the front, and it's also how it's really tight in here, but not too tight, because you don't want to damage the item, of course. So the blister we drop in here, and that's what gives it a little bit of the hovering thing. We also change the corners to be more square. It helps us a lot just with shipping them from our manufacturer, but you'll notice there's extra space in the corners, so it's not hitting them directly. And yeah, no, every little piece was well thought about and took years to make. So this is thousands of hours of hard work put into it, and then just being able to have the database to pull up these items is a feat in itself. And the good thing is, thank you everyone who submitted in the soft launch. You'll start seeing stuff post in the next 72 hours. We've kind of kept everything under a tight lip because we want to show the label to the people here first, and want to make sure you guys got it from us, rather than why does everyone else have these and not me. Well, first thing, you gotta submit, but here's a question of, will you grade Laserdisc? Have a lot. The answer is yes. That is going to be when vinyl comes out. We should be, if it's not the same time, it's within a short period. They're roughly the same size, and we're planning on it. We actually have some really fun stuff for Laserdisc. Probably, I think I'm not supposed to be talking about this. Probably not, but Laserdisc, yeah, you ask, I give. Laserdisc, we're planning to do it, and we're actually planning to do some really fun stuff, because I find Laserdisc is kind of this really fun collectible. Some of the stuff is very serious, but Laserdisc, we wanted to do a lot of different stuff with the label and make it unique and not the same as vinyl. Also, when you look at a Laserdisc or a vinyl, we want you to know immediately that what you're looking at. Like here, yeah, we put cassette, and on CD, VHS, beta. Laserdisc, I want to do a completely different label, and we're really excited to kind of give people who collect Laserdisc their own moment and their own product. We don't want it to just be an add-on because we can do it. That's not, to me, I never liked that. I never like when you just feel like grading companies just like trying to jump on board to like get money. So we wanted to redo the whole label just for Laserdisc, and that's the only product that we have on our docket that we're planning on doing. There's there's ideas to do a Tron style one and stuff like that. And you know, when we do it again, it's all professionally designed again. Like this doesn't come easy, you know. And yeah, I'm just gonna hold it right there because it's a good focus. But yeah, it does. So again, like yeah, I'm so excited about the new label, and there's that little bit of shininess of that metallic. You know, it's funny because I didn't think I'd like metallic, and but yeah, it's wonderful. Oh, are you joining us? I don't know. I'm kind of having a good time.
Hey, chilling. Having fun chilling by yourself.
Here, jump in. Join us.
Yeah.
Join us. We were just talking about the birds and the bees.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
thank you for jumping on. Let me move this. Yeah. There, tell him who's a stranger.
We're not. You're too far over. Let's
Oh.
go over. Let's go
Oh,
over.
no.
Let's go over.
I want
Go over.
spotlight.
There you are. There we go. Hello. Oh, yeah. Did we survive? You didn't say anything too
I
controversial.
lost all the viewers. They all left. They're gone. I'm sorry.
Do you mind grabbing Thanks, Tracy.
Get them vodka.
vodka? Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
one.
A few pints.
I got vodka.
Yeah.
So I showed them the new label.
Show them the new label.
Yeah.
Oh, Tracy, could you grab the old tape downstairs as well?
Oh, that'd be fun
The
to
old
show you.
label.
Because this change actually came by accident. Well, I always wanted to do a flush label. That was the plan from before we even launched VHS.
Yeah.
But we were a little bit, there's some stuff we had to tweak, and we made that cavity, and that was cool. You know, I'm very proud of the cavity we made, but this, I just show them, oh, it's backwards.
Oh.
Ah.
Also, there is a delay.
What?
So, we'll see you in the comments in a minute for when I arrive.
Show them one at a time. The minds are going to blow.
Dude, it's so good. Like, absolutely love it.
That's so cool. I mean, you get. I always like thinking you get, you know, all the history of an album in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
It's really remarkable that,
Yeah.
you know, and being able to
Thank you.
be able to you know, collect all these albums and have them stacked up. I mean, just put them like this. Put them.
next to each other. Oh,
Yeah.
Let's put them around the right way.
No, you want to put them the other way.
Oh, with the grade.
No, yeah, you want to show them, not us.
I want to see it. I want to see the grade.
Yeah. So, you know, with other stuff, sometimes we put the title of the album, but here we just left it to the grades because it would have been too small to be able to read. But it's beautiful. You can stack them sideways, and you know, and what we figured. This is the reason we didn't put the name on the title. Is each edge every time this way is the spine's facing you, so you can know which album you have there. So imagine space is always so important for as a collector. Like there's a reason why statues, I used to collect them. I was like, I could only have 10 or less because they take up too much space, and they fragile and such.
These
But
look great.
yeah,
I'm loving this. Like, even, yeah, you need it in hand. Like, it's one of those ones that they look great here in front of us. I don't know. I hope it comes across in the camera because they are just so nice. And just putting them together,
yeah.
fantastic. Like, they are.
There's not movement. It's
Nah. And we decided as well on our VHS on the barcode side has our logo and has a bunch of other information. We're like, you know what? Let's just keep it simple. Let's keep it to the point. Like, what is the information we want to get across?
Now my boss always said, "Keep it simple, stupid."
Yeah.
And I live my words by that. No, it's Michael Scott. Sorry, I live my life by Michael
hero.
Scott. You know, a true American hero.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really exciting. Again, if you guys don't know our cases, these latches, there's 4 latches on here. If someone tries to open this up, you can't open it up, but you're going to break those tabs. And that's going to let us or the person who owns it or is trying to buy it know that it's been open. Oh, those tabs.
Yeah. Are we showing
Oh, no, we
No?
will save that.
Yeah.
There's some hidden secrets.
some secrets?
Yeah.
They're not so hidden that you're never going to find them. But,
It's
you know,
fun to leave stuff
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
imagination. And
keep you wanting more.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's in time we, you know, hopefully when you get in hand, you'll see those special things.
Yeah. I love them.
I told them about comics and crypto contests If you check out Comics and Crypto,
Yes.
they did an amazing video. Us and 21 other companies.
21 other companies, $7,500 worth of collectibles up for grabs. It is totally free to enter. If you follow the link in our story, we'll post it there again today.
What do we give them?
They're getting from us the soundtrack.
Oh, the Sid and Nancy.
Sid and Nancy.
And also, is it the Jurassic Park? Oh, shit, if I know.
No, yeah, there is. So
Always in trouble.
I feel like our partner. Also, when they were here, I don't know how much. Dan, did you mention the giveaway
no.
that they did previously for the
I didn't tell them shit.
great,
I'm
great.
telling
So we previously did a giveaway with Comics and Crypto for the Back to the Future tape, which was actually one of their best performing giveaways.
Actually, according to them, it was their best.
the best, yeah,
Yeah,
which is
so
fantastic.
that was really cool that they told us that, because
Yeah.
we have no clue. We're
Yeah, and gave us the chance to like show what we're doing, and it's fantastic to hear from those guys because they're collectors are mainly in the digital space, but more
we,
and more.
we had them here yesterday. That was
Yeah.
awesome. We
Yeah,
had 'em in.
yeah.
They swung by. They're heading to Comic Con, and on the way they stopped by for a few hours. And
Yeah, it was fantastic to see them, and
Sean's great, and
spent like 2.5 hours chatting. Just
just geeking out.
it
over
really,
collectibles.
that's what it was, like showing our libraries and stuff, how we kind of do things here, and it's going to be great to. If you're down in Comic Con, they will be there. They're
So will
there.
you?
I will be there as well. I'll be hanging
On
around.
Saturday between 11 and 12, he's doing a signing
Yeah,
with his beard.
yeah.
He's dipping his beard in ink and then wiping it. That's the signature.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
pretty dope. And they come back next Wednesday. They'll be a little bit black on the
What,
bottom
but what
tips.
we'll do is when your beard grows back, I'll shave,
Oh, okay.
and then we'll
Deal.
just keep.
I'm gonna hold you to
Fuck up.
We need a
No.
rewind signing.
Be secure with your beard.
No, you mean my face, my beautiful
yeah.
baby face.
Yeah.
I went. This is off topic, obviously, but when I went to the barber's the other week, barber's cut my hair. He's a nice guy. He's an anime. I like anime. We're chatting away. And then he was like, "Oh, you want anything done with the beard?" And I'm like, "Oh, just like a little bit off it." He's like, "Yeah, the beard makes you look really old." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. Yes, I keep it to look older, I
Did
guess."
you ask for your number?
No,
Okay.
no.
Damn. I
But
guess
he
you
did
just
give
left
me
it in
his
you.
card to go back, and I won't be going back.
Yeah.
I hope he's not watching. He's probably not. That'd be awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he's really into you.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little creepy.
Bunch of Dan Babyface Allegra over here.
Yeah, I gotta show my youth. I'm not that
Well, that's
old.
it. I am not that old, and I want to make.
You're older than me now.
I am. Yeah.
So no longer is this two beards and a fern.
Between two beards.
Yeah,
instead of
between two beards.
two
Yeah.
ferns.
Yeah. I love that. Zach
Galifianakis.
Yeah, that was really good.
Really nice guy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I met him at camp.
Oh.
His kids went to my summer camp. Yeah, chill.
Yeah. Well, let's bring it back. So rewind.
Can we talk
If
more about
that's
these?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how much. I would say sorry I wasn't here in the beginning.
Guys, showed him
work
the
life.
goods.
Yeah.
Show him that label on this one. It's just bring it closer.
Ooh.
Bring it closer.
Oh.
Closer. Ah!
Ah, too close.
I mean, the case is just phenomenal.
Focus.
Back it up.
There we go. There you go.
So yeah.
Oh, we're gonna. So this is now our label. This is
Yeah.
something that we worked really hard on to get it to where it's at. And here is our old label, or our first generation.
Yeah, it's like our first generation, which wasn't bad.
no,
it was still
not at all.
good, but now when you see them, let's show them side by side.
Let's get this.
Yeah.
Let's show a different
Our
one.
reissues.
Here you go.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, now we have so much more real estate to work with. And,
It just fits. you
yeah,
know, like
it
just-
matches the case. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm going to use the word beautiful a lot today. It's gorgeous.
yeah. And it's got that
Sexy.
nice little shine to it,
Yep.
like the
Double
little
touch.
metallic look.
I remember last week this is a last minute change due to some circumstance that worked out, and these were laid out in about 6 different things. I just saw that one. I'm like, that's it. That's the shit right there.
That's the winner.
Yeah. No, they just so much more real estate, so we could really give
So much clearer. Like this, I never actually noticed like this angle, especially. Like it just pops
Yeah.
so much more. So much.
Yeah, I love
easier
that.
to
I don't
see.
like talking shit about competition. I like talking shit about our own product.
Yeah.
You know, it's important that, you know.
But it shows the
I get
innovation.
well, that's the thing. I love the thing with that's why I love competition and people in the hobby, because a lot of them aren't collectors, you know, and I love to see what some of them have done, but I love seeing what we do a lot of times just to one up ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we won't be making these type of changes too often. I know that's also a thing when a company changes stuff weekly, and you know, like, just leave it, you know, and that's where it's gonna be left. You know, it finally feels it's like our case is there now, our labels there, the blisters there, it's there. So
It's all there, and just we're so happy with it.
yeah,
It's been a crazy couple weeks getting to this point, and
I
it's
need to see my
fantastic.
family eventually.
Right? Yeah.
Um,
I need some sleep that isn't just passing out in the sofa
Yeah.
at night.
They put out a missing person about a week ago. If you see this man, they won't be able to find me now with
Yeah.
the shaved beard. I shaved my beard to hide from them.
So you'd blend in.
My kids won't recognize me.
A changed man.
Yeah, change, man.
Seen things.
So yeah, well, with the launch, you know, it's next month we'll wait for the company to announce what they're doing, but we'll be working with some auction houses to do a big where people can buy and sell these. And
Yeah.
you know, I don't like going into value from the Rewind perspective, because hey, we're here to encapsulate and authenticate and degrade your stuff, and we do that with the highest level of, like, you know, respect to the system. You know, it's important that you buy something, there's consistency. What you expect out of a 9.2 is a 9.2, you know, because being in collecting most of my life, you know, that's so important, and we want people to be able to enjoy, you know, if they buy something, we want them to get what they expect it to be. So yeah, you know, it's great that people are going to be able to buy these on the market, and it's
Yeah.
cool. And like, people are going to realize, like, some of the stuff's really tough to get.
Yeah.
I do want to urge caution. If there's something too good to be true, there's a lot of resales out there. But that's why we're out here, and that's why 35 for 30 is pretty good, because we can tell you what our judgment of the authentication is.
Yeah.
Me, again, I've seen a lot of fakes. We've even this last week in the soft launch,
Reseals.
there was some large, and I was surprised because cassettes usually it's been kind of dinky kind of reseals. They're very obvious. We noticed some that were a lot better from some major sellers, and you know, we urge caution. If something's too good to be true, you know, definitely side on the caution.
Yeah.
Side of caution side.
Err on the side of caution.
Words.
There you go. Words
Next
are
up, words.
I had a thought. What was my thought? I've lost
Thoughts.
my thoughts. Yeah. Brain mush. Launch stressful.
Yes. Much happening.
Launch happened. Oh yeah, if you ever have any questions about your cassettes, feel free to reach out on Instagram. We can try and help where we can.
Yeah, we can't authenticate over pictures.
No.
I want to be clear about
Yeah.
that, because I get that a lot, and I feel bad. Like, even a lot of times that I want to help, it is so difficult. You know, really needed to have it in hand to be able to look through and magnify. You know, look at the different ways we do it. You know, and the feel of it. Also, like, what can I give away? You know, I'm just trying to.
Well,
like,
yeah, we want to.
Yeah, because the thing is, we don't want to. Bad actors sometimes, if you put out there how you find some of the stuff out, you know, and that's where, you know, I've seen a lot of fakes in vinyl. I was surprised to see as much as the what I have in cassettes, and cassettes mostly what I've seen is besides the high end, you got to be careful with the hip hop high end, but besides that, it's always been kind of very obvious, and a lot of times just store resales.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, three-sided steel is not a normal thing. There is sorry, that is sometimes how they came out, but very rarely. So if someone goes, here's a ready to die, and it's a three-sided seam, yeah, that's probably not right. But there is legit three-sided seams, but don't let that fool you. If someone gives you a three-sided seam, it's like 1 out of 100. Like, it really is like a very small number.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in certain time periods and certain manufacturers.
But hey, some of the tapes that we've seen the past week have been incredible.
Yeah.
Like the
that's the fun of it. Like
it's crazy to think. It's just like VHS. Like, these things have survived for so long and still look so good. You know? Like,
well, that's the thing.
With the grades here, we got this 9.6, 3.5. Which is so pretty good.
Yeah, it has the little plastic missing, but other than that, I mean, and something to realize, I'd like to mention a little bit is just what we grade on it. We grade the case and the J card. So, like, sometimes it might be like, hey, how did this get a 9.6 compared to, wouldn't it be perfect? And there'll be the tiniest crease on the J card. And that actually happens a lot more than you would imagine.
Yeah, I also didn't expect the damage that we've seen to be so prevalent or to actually happen that way. And a lot of the time it is just the little pins in the...
Yeah, the pins hitting the plastic, or how it's folded with the perforated lines.
Yeah. The
color break of how that is. These most minor things, but there's the perfect copy, and then you work your way down. And that's how actually I do grading. I think grading's always the best way is to look at what you would expect a perfect copy to look like. That's a 10, and work backwards. And the tiniest little nick gets you down, and yeah, I mean... 9.4 above, I always look at it as museum quality. So there's some lines there. And 8.5, you have a drill hole 8.5 max.
8.5, yeah. Unfortunately for drill holes, sorry, I'm just loving looking at these.
Have fun.
Just like seeing them and holding them, and it really is like, once you get it in your hand, it does just sit so nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be great as you guys get them in your hand. It is really cool, and it's fun to see what's out there, what albums you grew up with. That if you're a big Chumbawamba fan, that cassette's not what, $20. I don't know. Maybe it's The cool thing is, you kind of could pave your own way in collecting with cassettes.
Yeah.
If you like soundtracks, if you like hip hop, if you like a type of music, if you like a certain artist, and the thing a lot of people don't realize is cassettes started back in the '60s. So
yeah,
you could collect. There's first prints of Led Zeppelin. There's first prints of some of your favorite rock artists.
Can we also talk about just the unobstructed view of the tape?
No.
On all sides.
No, we can't talk about that.
Can't talk about it.
No.
That's the secret. That's
the
secret sauce.
That's secret sauce. Well,
like every side. There's nothing. We have the little logo on the bottom, but you can see everything.
Well, I want to point out the love for the label, because I started to go switch it, but how many other companies literally show you 4 sides to a label? Like, everyone does a sticker on the front or some kind of printed thing. Not everyone, but it's just
common.
It's common, and to me, we're not here to make a cheap product that you can just pump out. That's the thing. Takes time to really get it right. So what? There's comments or just loud?
Yeah.
So that's one sexy 10.
You have weird fetishes, my friend. Like, you're really...
It's funny, we've not graded a 10 in any media yet.
Yeah, we have not graded a 10.
Mm-mm. It's so tough. Even 9.8s are
9.8 has to have the most minuscule.
Yeah. Like the smallest amount of damage anywhere.
Yeah, and that's the thing about having a range with grading, is that you understand what stuff falls into for the most part. I'm not saying you're an expert grader, but if it's a drill hole, you just go, 8.5 max. Or a tiniest of cracks can get, we call them spider cracks, can get a 9, I think.
Yeah.
And
tiny.
Yeah, it has to be tiny. And that's the thing, is that way, if you're worried about value and how much you're spending, you have a clue of, again, you know what the grade means. Like if you get a 6, you know it's what to expect when
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah. Love it. Absolutely love it.
so let's go into some trivia because
Trivia time. I'm
we-
ready.
I have your trivia for the week.
And I have your trivia for the
Okay,
week.
I'm gonna go first because the VHS people haven't got any love this episode, and we haven't forgotten about you. Don't worry,
Let's talk about
we're
some
still
movies.
doing VHS and movies.
Yeah.
And I did mention earlier we're doing Laserdisc,
Great.
and we're
doing it.
So
No? Right now?
Right now.
No, not right now. I'm
you
kidding.
can send them in. See, we're gonna have a 120-day turnaround time. You know what? We should do what some companies do. Like we have a 90-day turnaround time. We'll be like, okay, we'll get the parts in by then.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. So because yesterday was the release date in 2008 of The Dark Knight.
Oh, we were actually just talking about The Dark Knight. Yep.
How dare you?
Yeah. Let's see what the question
We'll see how good that conversation
Yeah.
over there went.
It was a good movie. I
The
enjoyed it.
budget was 185 million and it made 1.06 billion dollars. So, with that said, let's go
Mhm.
trivia.
I'm ready.
Right now, I don't know if we have. We should really keep track, but we need the whiteboard.
We need the whiteboard in here.
So, first question: Dark Knight trivia. Play along, enjoy it. Number 1: The Dark Knight was the first comic book movie to break $1 billion at the box office. True or false? That's a good one.
That's a good one. Must be, because let me think what it could have been before. 2008 it came out?
Yeah.
2008.
Well, I think the question really is: did Spider-Man hit $1 billion before that?
True.
It is true. The movie was so successful that it surpassed the total from Batman Begins just 6 days after release.
Wow. Wow. I actually, when we were talking about this, I remember the whole hype about this, specifically The Dark Knight, is the amount of scenes shot in IMAX. And we...
That's the last fact I think about that movie.
So, well, I like to geek out about that stuff. So I actually saw it in a proper IMAX theater, and I can still remember those opening shots coming over Chicago, and the spoiler alert, the bank robbery scene,
Great scene.
and just
One of the
fantastic. Oh my god,
best,
best
intro.
openings to a movie, just incredible. Okay, question 2. I'm ready.
Question number
1
2.
for 1. Here we go.
The actor who played the Joker would end up winning a posthumous Oscar for his performance in the movie. Who was that actor?
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, that was a bit easier, but it had to throw you underhand.
Yeah.
He won 32 acting awards for his work on the movie, including Oscar, Golden Globe, and BAFTA. 32.
I'm worth it. Usually I would leave some time for these answers, but this one, you knew it straight away.
Yeah, that's true.
And just incredible. And actually seeing him in The Dark Knight, I think the final movie he did was Dr. Parnassus Wonder something.
So that was his last movie?
Yeah.
Do you know what his second last movie was?
No.
I believe it's I'm Not There. It's a Bob Dylan movie.
Oh, okay.
But-
Yeah, what just incredible actor. Like,
Yeah. It's so sad because he was.
Yeah.
I remember 10 Things I Hate About You, and then The Patriot. That was such a great movie.
A Knight's Tale.
Oh,
Come on, A Knight's Tale is a classic.
Come on, 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, I know. I mean, brilliant. But A Knight's Tale, you know, I love
I just
that
never
movie.
got into it. I mean, I saw it on, and I'm just not much for.
Not into that.
Yeah, I'm just.
I love
okay.
Brian Ferry.
Number
and that.
3.
Anyway,
3.
so I'm 2 for 2.
So,
It's good.
Katie Holmes was recast by Maggie Gyllenhaal as Bruce Wayne's former lover interest Rachel Dawes from Batman Begins. True or false?
Oh no. True.
True. Katie Holmes turned down. Oop, I should have.
There you go.
True. Katie Holmes turned down the role to explore other films. She starred in the commercial flop Mad Money, and Maggie Gyllenhaal filled the role.
3 for 3. This is my week.
Son of a bitch. Okay, number 4. The Dark Knight was the first mainstream Batman movie to not feature Batman in its title. True or false?
Ooh. False.
Giving them time. Giving them time. True.
Ah.
All previous entries featured Batman in the title. This trend was continued with the last Bale Nolan entry titled The Dark Knight Rises. What did you think of The Dark Knight Rises? What did you think of The Dark Knight Rises?
Dark Knight Rises? I don't know. The Dark Knight was just too good.
Well, yeah, nothing to
That's-
follow that up. The bad thing was that they had so many storylines in it that were like,
With Bane, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
like
Bane
Bane.
was cool. I think the hard thing was you had Catwoman in it, Robin,
Mm-hmm.
and like all these like unfinished.
Robin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, but great actors and actresses, but
Yeah.
like they didn't go full circle with those. It's like, did Anne Hathaway have to be in that movie at all? Probably
Right.
not.
Wait,
And then
Did-
Robin at the very end, like they're alluding to his own like movie at the end of that one.
but the
And
lines in that movie that Bane has, I love. Like,
Bane.
I repeat constantly to people, now you have my permission to die. Like, I love that.
Tracy
Also,
is
if the
a
police
hit
are
woman
looking,
out here.
yeah, if the police are looking for Tracy, she is right over here.
Just admitting guilt to everybody live on live on Instagram and everywhere else.
She's at 2-8.
It's all the spiders.
She's holding us hostage. Help! I have help on the thing. Number 5.
Okay,
number
so I'm
5.
3 for 4. I'll take that.
Okay,
you know,
okay. And Trey, you were right with True previously. I'm sorry we missed that. So number 5, Michael Caine plays the role of Bruce Wayne's butler again in this film.
Yes.
What is his character's name?
Alfred?
Full name.
Oh, what?
Oh, savage.
Does he have it?
Of course he has a full name. He has to have a full name.
His first name and last name are the same. I'm just kidding.
Alfred.
Alfred Butler.
Alfred Butler? Oh goodness me. Alfred. Did he even say his full name in the movie?
I don't know.
I should
I
just
don't
know
write
it.
this. You know who wrote this.
Can you give me a first letter?
I'll give you a middle initial.
Okay.
J. That doesn't help at all. What about
Alfred J. Fox.
well, yeah, something that's worth some change.
Something that's worth some change. I got no clue.
Pennyworth.
Pennyworth.
Oh.
One starry night, it's late to the party and is asking where your beard is. They thought they were in the wrong stream.
Oh, we encapsulated it. And,
We're gonna auction it off to the highest
yeah, we're gonna
bidder.
give you the Willy Wonka giveaway. Instead of gold ticket, you get
Some beard hair.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 3 for 5.
Yeah, I like this fact that
Yeah.
Kane is one of the only 5 actors to appear in all 3 of the Nolan films. That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
That's kind of cool in a way. 'Cause-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's try to figure that out. Actually, I don't know the answer to this. Is what are
What, the Dark Knight ones?
yeah.
the-
So you have
Dark-
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
You have Kane.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Gary Oldman. Oh, that's so good.
Oh, he's-
Yeah, that's good.
No, yeah.
Guy,
What do you guys think? Let's help. I mean, help if you
So-
30-second delay. So if you write it, we won't know it. Who's the other 2? We got Gary Oldman who plays
Two-Face?
no the
Commissioner.
Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, 2 other characters.
Oh, Gordon. Yeah.
Who's the guy? Name of the actor that played Two-Face?
Oh,
Was he
he's in that movie. Thank You for Smoking. I can't.
Yeah, I'm blanking on his name too when you said it.
But he wasn't. Was he in the first one? I don't think he was. In
No, no Rises.
Maybe he was. No, the
Oh,
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins. Yep.
We know what's his name was in
Heath Ledger.
That's it.
Yeah.
he needed a
Was he in
better
the
name.
first one?
He'd be more rememberable if he had a better name. I sorry, like I like the actor. I just
Was he in the first one? I'm sure he was, wasn't he?
Just the dark.
Just the Dark Knight.
you either live to or
To the
see yourself
play.
become the.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah.
Gwen got Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Of course, Morgan Freeman.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's the 5th then?
We'll just sit in silence until
Who
we get
is the 5th?
The guy who plays Oppenheimer.
Wait, what?
it. Huh?
Someone just said the guy who plays Oppenheimer.
Oh, no. Was he?
I mean, I'll believe you.
Cillian Murphy?
Cillian Murphy? No. Who's he? Or Killian? It's Killian Murphy.
Cillian. Oh, it's.
I mean, I believe it
See,
because I don't know.
Celtic, Celtic.
We'll go with that.
Killian? Is it Killian
Batman
Murphy?
Begins. He's in Batman Begins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who does Killian Murphy play? I need to know.
Like now.
Who's Killian?
Killian Murphy was in.
Scarecrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? Is he? No.
Apparently that's what.
Yeah.
He played Scarecrow.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
I did not
He's
know that.
Funny thing is, he's in Oppenheimer or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was
Wow.
fun. Dark Knight. That was a great one.
That was good.
Thank you. That
Yep.
was
Oh, yeah.
that was the best trivia I think we've got to play because that was a lot of fun.
Did I win?
Yeah, you definitely won.
3 for 5?
Yeah, you got over 50%.
Over 5%.
I thought 4 or
3. No, I didn't get the second to
Oh, the
last
last
one.
You were on a
Yeah,
losing
I
streak.
can't-
Hopefully that carries to next week.
I kind of threw the second last question away because I should just use my correct.
You should use your lifeline.
Do we have lifelines?
I don't know. We can add those if.
Phone a friend.
Well, yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Ask the
We could do-
audience.
Ask the audience. Phone a friend. 50-50.
I will say, I feel like you got that last true or false one wrong only because the other ones were all true, so you felt like it
Yeah.
to be false.
Statistically, why would they all be the same? So One Starry Night says that was a line in Sunshine, also starring Cillian Murphy. Who's the fifth? Oh yeah, Scarecrow. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. So there's
Great
trivia-
actor.
There's
There's-
music.
There's music trivia because
That's
it
where
is,
I get a shot.
it is lunch day and I am buzzing on caffeine and no food. So here we go.
I kind of have a headache and I'm dying. Here.
It's intense.
He's already giving excuses.
I'm faint.
Where did I
Pretty
put
coffee.
the?
Worse than Starbucks.
Where is it?
You'll find it.
Here we go. It's in my emails. Right.
So, what is the musician that we're gonna be?
Oh, who do you
Okay,
think?
you know.
Who do you think? Who would you want it to be?
Dylan.
You're in luck.
Is it?
It's Bob Dylan.
So, what's the chances that we do Dark Knight, which has Heath Ledger, who played Bob Dylan in the I'm Not There? Good connection between two.
Mind
6
blowing.
degrees of Kevin Bacon.
But what it's funny that so we don't pick the trivia questions for each other, but a movie was picked that I know and have watched religiously, and an artist that you're also a huge fan of.
Well, I think the person.
Convenient.
Yeah. I think the person who picked probably Dylan knew that I was a big Dylan fan, but just guessing.
Guessing on the movie for me.
I mean, AKA Robert Zimmerman. Hope that's one of the questions.
Question one.
What's his name?
No, we have also had this conversation in the office, so let's see if you get this one correct from memory. What is the birth city and state of Bob Dylan?
The debate was Duluth, Minnesota, and I said it was Hibbard, Minnesota.
So which one are you going
Hibbard.
for?
I'm going Hibbard.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. It's Duluth.
Duluth, Minnesota in 1941. Although later in 1948, the family moved to Hibbing,
Hibbing.
Minnesota,
That's pretty good.
where Dylan spent most of his adolescence.
Because he
So-
moved back to, I think, Duluth to go to college.
Right.
Which he dropped out after like 1 year. So.
Classic.
Oh, fail.
Dan's just answering all your trivia questions.
Right. Question 2. So unlucky. 0 for 1, but it's okay. 4 more questions.
I was wrong.
Question 2. Bob Dylan was not born with that name. What is his legal birth name?
Robert Zimmerman.
You got a middle name for me?
Middle name?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I hope it was Dylan, but I know that's not.
I make it too easy.
I don't know.
Begins with an A.
Oof. It's not Adam.
Mm-mm.
Someone want to help? Lifeline? What is it?
Allen.
Oh.
Yep. Robert Allen Zimmerman was the iconic, was his birth name before he legally changed it to Bob Dylan in 1962. I always find it interesting when artists, pretty much every artist, actor, will change their name to something that's not usually anything to do with their original name. and it's
Yeah.
just if they can get the copyright for
Do you
it.
know why he named the name Bob Dylan?
I do not.
Because of, I believe, the poet Bobby Dylan, or I think it's Bobby Dylan.
Hmm.
It's a poet. Yeah. Anyways,
Cool.
next
Yeah.
one.
Next one. Question 3. I give you half a point for number 2.
I get a full point.
I
mean, middle name.
Hey, I got
can count.
Alfred.
Yeah, you actually got. I was gonna give you the point actually on that.
Uh,
Actually, I do give you the point on that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gentleman's agreement there. You get most of the name.
I don't feel like a gentleman without a beard, but you know,
You get yourself like a big mustache.
yeah, I'll draw one on next week.
Question 3. Dylan has never had a number 1 single. True or false? What does everybody think in the comments?
That's tough because I can't remember Like a Rolling Stone actually hit it because he was. That would be the song. And people said it wouldn't be good for the radio because it's 6 minutes long. Let's go false.
True. One of the more surprising Bob Dylan facts is that the legendary artist has never had a release reach number 1 on the charts. Like a Rolling Stone and Rainy Day Women came close, peaking at number 2.
I was close. I even said.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing was when he went to write when he went to write Like Rolling Stone, he did so because all the songs he had written, people actually covered and became number 1 songs.
Right.
So then he wrote Like a Rolling Stone,
Ah,
which was a 6-minute ballad, but it still got number 2, and radios had to hate it because 6 minutes is not radio length.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? For Bob Dylan, I'm counting it that he has had multiple number 1s. Those were his songs. I don't care if they've covered them.
Right. That's the interesting one about
He's one of
covers.
the most covered artists, which is funny. The Beatles, I think, is number 1,
mhm.
but I'll keep going.
So, question
I've
4.
Lost.
I'm sorry,
I have
Dad.
to actually. I gotta go 2 for 2 to actually.
Yeah, let's do it. You got this one. Question 4. Dylan lied about his parents when signing his first contract at the age of 20 with Columbia Records.
True.
True. True. Do you know the do you know the information?
Go
about
for it.
I
Yeah,
can
it's
do
like-
it. So true. As a minor, he would need his parents' signature on the contract. But Dylan said that he was an orphan.
Yeah, he
so
did.
parental signatures were not necessary as a contract to be valid.
Don't.
But-
Yeah.
Hold the bus. He was 20 years old and considered a minor.
What? Oh, was it
Different
21
times.
here at the time?
It must be 21. This is crazy.
Well, the funny thing, he'd make up stories about where he's from all the time because he'd do different personas. His kid in New York City, you know, he would. That's actually what made him a really good artist. Was he'd pick up everyone's mannerisms and go on stage and kind of replicate them. So
Interesting.
that's where you know, he was doing the rounds in New York City, which was the folk scene. So there was.
Nice. So, final question. Dylan's son Jacob is the lead singer for a band whose song One Headlight peaked at number 1 on Billboard charts in 1997. What is the band?
The Wallflowers.
Too easy for you.
Yeah.
Correct. One Headlights was listed at number 58 on Rolling Stones and MTV's list of 100 greatest pop songs of all time.
I was scared that like you guys switch out the song because I wouldn't know. Like I know Wallflowers had like 1 or 2 songs. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But-
cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. There was something where it was just a minor thing in Scotland. You're an adult at 16. Fun fact: 16 years old, you can vote, you can get a job, you do what you want.
You can get a job at 16. Can't vote. You can get a job.
Yeah, we don't
in
get
Scotland.
There's like levels of
Can't drink
that's
until
what
18.
you're gonna get.
Can't drive until you're.
So we both won this week.
We both won. Let's go. Launch week. That's what it's all about.
Why did he lie about
Winner,
his
winner.
parents? Why didn't he just have his parents sign?
I guess his parents wouldn't.
He was off on his own at that point. He was like, "I'm on my own" kind of thing. So
Just do
you know,
his
he
thing.
was. I mean, he moved, I think, to New York at 18.
Wow.
Imagine like with nothing, like kind of thing.
But did he not have a really good relationship with them, or he just didn't want? He just wanted to be.
He just wanted to be independent, as far as I know. But I don't.
That's
Again,
interesting.
I read. Yeah, I've read his chronicles or whatever. So
Like his biography
yeah.
or autobiography. I don't know if he wrote it.
Yeah, and then yeah, Heath Ledger was in "I'm Not There" in 2008, I believe, when that came out as well. Heath Ledger's in that. Richard Gere's in that movie. Forgot the actress who played him, but
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I haven't seen it.
it's not. You know what? You'd have to be. I'd only recommend it for Dylan fans because it's not that it's a bad movie, but it's something where they do different characters playing him at different stages of life, and like go very abstract. If you know his story, you know what they're trying to portray.
Yeah.
But if you don't,
Yeah.
you
Well,
might just be.
Talking about movies based on real people, Oppenheimer comes out this week with Cillian Murphy.
It already came out.
So is Barbie.
Oh, is it already out? I thought it was
Already
out.
out.
I
No,
thought it
this
was
weekend.
this weekend. I thought it was like this
Oh, I thought it was
Friday.
50 million.
The premieres were all last weekend.
Oh,
Unless it opened in another country, but I don't
it
think.
said it did like 50 million. Barbie did 100 million, or what I read.
Oh.
Maybe it's expected.
Who knows? Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's opening this weekend.
Yeah, so Oppenheimer, just on the kind of
Matt Damon.
make it
Sorry.
movies that are based on people are always interesting because there were real people and now the actor has to portray them accurately. And apparently, preparing for Oppenheimer, Cillian Murphy would chain smoke and drink martinis
It
because
sounds awesome,
Oppenheimer apparently would never take a breath without having a cigarette.
but seems very unrealistic.
He was a chain smoker.
I was gonna say that's a chain smoker of a chain smoker. Cause
Yeah.
like, yeah.
That's it.
I wonder how many packs a day.
Like, and martinis on top of that. I mean, you'd need it if you're designing something.
I don't even know anything about Oppenheimer. I don't know anything about.
You go see the movie, and then we're gonna know everything.
I'm gonna go see Barbie this weekend.
Nice. Barbie and Oppenheimer back to back. A 2.5-hour movie and a 3-hour movie.
Of course, Barbie did twice. I read something that said 50 million and it was strong, and then 100 million for Barbie. But I don't know.
I've heard good things about Barbie though. Like
Yeah?
really good things. Yeah. Like the plot.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, it's good
All,
cast.
all I know is Will Ferrell's in it, so I'm okay.
Oh.
I actually am not going to the theater to see it.
Love Will Ferrell.
Spoiler alert.
I know.
Will Ferrell was
I'm
hilarious.
Barbie Friday, Oppenheimer Sunday.
Busy weekend.
Yeah.
And I'll be at Comic Con for anybody who's here, who's also at Comic Con or knows anyone. And yep, I'll be there for a signing at the Marvel booth,
The beard signing. No,
the beard signing. Yep. But it's gonna be a great weekend, and we already have some planned meeting up with some people in the industry, and yeah, if you're there and want to say hi, say
yeah.
hi.
He's shaking babies, kissing shaking babies.
Shaking babies, kissing hands.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it: shake babies and kiss hands.
You call the cops here for me.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Real
Now
name's
they're
over
calling the
now.
cops on me.
Shaking hands and kissing babies.
Hey,
That-
you know what? I have multiple kids, so I'm a professional.
you know what your name.
You shake the baby, okay?
Professionally shaking the baby.
No, that's a joke. My when I was a few years ago, my mom would tell me, it was like, "Don't shake the baby." I'm like, no, shake the baby. Because she'd be on the phone with me, she'd think I'm actually doing it. I'm not shaking the baby. But
No CPS here. No
what about CPR?
CPR. Hey, that's good to know. Good training.
Yeah.
Everyone should know. Life-saving skill. Anyway, we always manage to get off topic. It's pretty incredible. We're talking about.
Well, launching music. Let's jump back. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's we'll wrap this up in the next few minutes. But
Yeah.
launch cassettes and CDs. You can submit them now at rewindgrading.com. There is again, I think we talked about it last week, the Yahoo Finance article. There was an article written about Rewind, not just a press release, by a local paper. That was cool. We actually got a phone call due to that
Oh,
today,
you did?
separately.
The San Fernando Valley Business Journal.
Yeah, that was.
It was pretty
It
dope.
was cool to see someone spend the time to write an article
Yeah.
about the company, and
The fact that somebody picked it up as well.
Yeah.
Is awesome. It just shows what can happen with those, and
yeah,
it's brilliant to see like our reach going beyond just the social media presence we have and the people we know.
no, it's just here, just right.
Just
here.
this. This
You're
is how
watching.
we communicate. Only this.
Yeah, we're gonna stay 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to see that, and thank you everyone who's submitted tapes and CDs so far. Really appreciate it. Really amazing stuff. Some great tapes. Really phenomenal tapes, and that's
Yeah.
like. How do I say this without talking shit about other companies? Oops. No, but
Too late.
the tapes that are coming in are just, it's cool to see people with true gems.
Yeah.
And like trusting us to take care of them, because a lot of these things are sometimes only a handful exist that we know of. So getting these in and being, because like sometimes we've seen cassettes, it's weird because it's all a bunch of reissues and
Yeah.
stuff that we see other companies putting out, and people are sending us the real deals, you know.
Yeah. It's
I don't think
amazing
we've
to
had
see.
one, like, I'm not saying we don't have reissues, but I'm not like, it's not like we're getting like Tupac 2018 cassettes.
Yeah, it's not the
But,
re-releases.
I hope that's not directly to any company. I don't really mean that but like we're not getting these reissues that are pretending to be the earlier stuff.
It's legit.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
just love it. I'm just in love with it.
we've had some again amazing cassettes. I mean, when it comes to hip hop, it's not here, but I mean, 36 Chambers, Chronic, Nothing But a G Thing, tons of. I mean, the list it really is remarkable. So, First Prince from stuff from the from 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and a wider range of just crazy stuff. So
Yeah, man.
keep sending
Right.
them. We'll
Even
keep.
modern stuff, too.
Yeah, the modern stuff.
Britney,
We had Britney
Britney.
Spears,
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, and
He
that's kind of
swizzled
cool.
herself.
And the other thing is when buying, be careful. A lot of people, this has been happening the last few years, and I hate seeing bad acting in collecting. Is people will put up an item, and my thought is they bid it up, sells for some crazy price that's never sold before.
Mm.
And then they'll put up another one for $200 cheaper to act like that just sold for. This happened with Taylor Swift actually a few days ago. Cassette called Reputation. It's usually like a $200 cassette, and it randomly went for like $1,600. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. The same seller puts one up the next day for $1,500. So, yeah, he could have or she could have had multiples, but very likely. We see that, like, we saw a Snoop Dogg supposedly go for $8,000, and then there's one going to auction for, at auction next week. It's the fake, what I would assume, my personal thing, not rewind, rewind up, is that, people are faking sales to try to drive when they do go up for auction, their own sales, and that's what we don't want to see.
Yeah.
We want it to be an organic growth that people can enjoy and have some footing to actual. What are these actually worth? What are they worth paying for? Seeing people get taken advantage is the last thing we ever like to see, and we do not participate in that. So, just be aware of it because it's unfortunate that we see stuff like that happen, especially in an early hobby like cassettes.
Yeah, pretty new.
Yeah,
Pretty fresh.
and that's the thing people don't realize. Like, yeah, Snoop Dogg's a rare cassette, but it's not. It has never like $8,000 just not even in the realm of possibility for the most part as of yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, music. It's here. We're now a music and
Yep.
movies grading company, sealed for cassettes and CDs.
Yep.
CDs need to have the title strip, please and thank you,
or a hype sticker.
or a hype sticker. And we're still doing movies. Still doing open, archive, whatever you would
And we
like.
got a good batch in today. So
did. More in
and we got
today.
another 18 the other day, and just keep
Orders are coming
sending-
in.
Yep, keep sending them. It's great that again we're still seeing some really cool, unique stuff every day with movies. So yeah,
Is archiving a choice for music too?
yes,
Okay, just thinking that too.
yeah. Archiving is a choice for music as well.
Oh,
When it comes to what's the question before I
any idea on time? Any idea on time frame for double VHS?
double VHS? That is actually that's not anytime soon right now because we're still
Yeah.
we have encapsulation, not blisters, and there's no timetable currently with that. Sorry to say, as much as I'd like there to be. Sorry, I wish I had a better answer, but right now it's still TBD to be determined.
Coming
So
with no time.
But as soon as we know,
yeah,
excuse me, you'll know. Like, we're not going to keep it secret. So
yeah,
as
exactly.
soon as we have a more like set in stone, I think, time
Yeah.
frame, that's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, that's always the hardest thing. It's like we'll have. It's not that we don't have parts for it. It's like we're waiting for one or two things with it that we can't control.
Yeah.
So like with vinyl, we're very much under contract, and we could talk a little bit more freely because we know we have a mold that's already somewhat created for it.
Yeah.
So when you make a mold, it's this big chunk of steel typically
Yeah.
that costs tens of thousands of dollars. It's a big production. With some of the other stuff like blisters, when we have to make it, we don't know the answer because sometimes that's
Yeah, we're just
down
not
the
sure.
road.
So When we do, you'll know.
No, you won't. We won't
No
tell
one will know.
We're not gonna tell
We'll
nobody.
just secretly make it go live.
Yeah, no, we always give a heads up on when it's in production, so we can make sure to do it right. And that's with yeah. So yeah, we're doing beta on VHS, and
Standard sizes, and yeah,
yeah.
that's us.
So make sure to try out the new music stuff. I promise it's dope.
Yeah, once you get one of these in hand, you'll understand more.
Tell the label one more time. Just,
Right.
yeah,
There
it's
you
just I'm gonna overkill this shit because. Again, it's inside a blister cavity. You know, the thing is, some other companies, when they do acrylic and stuff like that, if there's any movement over time, the stuff would scuff, or in my opinion, would likely scuff. That's why we do a blister, to make sure it sits in one place, doesn't rub its plastic against the front encapsulation. You know, we have pretty much no movement in the item, which is very important. You know, if your item moves in your encapsulation, that's not good, because movement means it can scruff, damage everything else. So yeah, check us out at Rewind Grading, and really excited. If you submit now, someone asked earlier today, is when you submit stuff, is it when you put in the order your date, or it's when we receive it? So while we've had orders, if you overnight it, they're here by tomorrow. You're going to beat some people out on some parts of the line, though. Some people like dropping stuff off.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, thank you once again. Any last questions?
Any questions? Well, we got that little bit of the delay that we love so much.
They're still seeing the Pearl Jam cassette.
The internet is great. The technology is fantastic when it works, until it doesn't work. When I was live streaming during COVID, at one point I had a 2.5 or 3 minute delay.
Oh wow.
With a quality of like 360p. It was awful. And they just paid attention. They were still there. They loved it. People were just talking amongst themselves. I was useless because the chat was live, but the footage wasn't. So it'd be like 10 minutes later and someone's chatting about something, and I had no idea. No clue. And they're just all hanging out themselves. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any questions.
Also, another thing is, if you ever want to suggest trivia, you can always hit us up. We it's kind of a fun thing that gets picked out the week before, but not either of us. So feel free to hit up Tracy or office at Rewind Grading, and if you want to talk over a certain movie. We didn't go too much into some fun details of the dark. We should have went over what was your favorite Bob Dylan song, but you know, it's okay. I see how it is. Yeah.
What's your favorite Bob Dylan song?
It doesn't matter now. I don't like Bob Dylan anymore. Anyways, thank you all for joining. Thank you everyone for such a successful launch, and look forward to seeing your tapes.
Yeah.
And CDs.
Yeah. Have a good one. Bye.
Cheers.